Okay, you lovely, lovely lot. How are we all doing? We've got a little bit of a special surprise at the moment. We'll get Mr. Gus the Hut in a moment. He's just getting himself all sorted, all full up of his tea and biscuits and stuff. But yes, how are we all doing? That's the famous last words. Let's sort this. I'm breaking my computer already. Okay, dokies. Oop, there you go. Don't need those muted anymore. There you go. Let's clear that. But yes, so today I'm painting something quite different. Is my voice echoing quite badly through? Yeah, I don't know why my voice seems to be coming through. Ah, strange. Let's see if I can do something in a minute. See if that helps. Oh, that's better. But yes, so we got Mr. Gus with us. And I'm going to be painting something that I haven't actually painted on the stream before, and I don't think many people have seen it. It's Relics. And yeah, there's a very, very different art style to these ones, so it's going to be interesting. I haven't painted anything like this in ever. But yes, let's grab some colours, shall we? Uh, let's try some reds and stuff. Definitely need to get more paint from the TT Combat range at some point. He says famous last words. If you hear a faint humming or anything like that, that's me vibrating my paint up. Okay, dokies. Also, all the stainage on here, on the back plate, is me using Dirty Down Rust and somewhat failing and then somewhat winning. It's quite the interesting paint to get your head round. Dirty Down Rust is. Eh. So they have like this reddy pink skin type. So I'm seeing how well I can match it. Because I don't actually have the original recipe for the colours. like anything. Just seeing what goes on and what looks right. Yeah, how's everyone doing anyway? How are we all faring? This was a metal model that I cleaned up, like you should do with metal models, and I sprayed it with TT Combat Sprue Grey, just to give me a nice neutral prime to work from. And I'm using Capo Red for the base coating of the skin tone, and giving that a go. And working our way around. So this is one of the maidens or damsels. Not the most clued up with the game system. For the Ridden faction. Okay. Yeah, hope we're all good. This is going to be interesting. I've never really painted like this before. Very detailed painting. I'd say I'm more of an army painter than a high detail painter, but it's always worth a shot, ain't it? I think I poured out a bit too much red. It's all good. It's ticky a bit. Okay. Now it looks like their accent colour is green for their clothing. So I'm going to be using that. Like a nice minty green. So I need to crack on with these ones because they are for future releases. Because Relics is being slowly restocked back at TT Combat. There's a little use of purple from time to time in the model. Oh, he has entered into the fray. He has entered in. Let's get some nice minty green out. It's a nice succulent green. Oh, oh, hello.
Yeah, absolute good friend of mine. How are you doing, Mark?
I'm very well. Let me just make sure I get this Discordy fancy shenanigan stuff working for everyone properly. I don't do technology. I do normal stuff. I do.
No, I don't normally either. I'm very much eat it till it works kind of thing.
Hit it till it works. Well, that sounds pretty darn good.
Well, I'm trained as an engineer, so that's kind of my.
Hit it until it works. Okay.
Yeah, that's good old British engineering for you. I literally had a situation like that at work the other day, where I've got a new manager in, and he was. We've got this coin counter like thing that you like pour bags of money into, and it counts the money and separates all the different coins into separate bags. And he'd taken the lid off of it, and it won't function with the lid off. And he was like, "It's not working. It's not working." So I literally went in and I went, "Boof!" Smack. There you go. It'll work now.
Oh, poor machine. Had his head knocked in.
Tenebrum, thank you. It's time for tea. Cheers.
There you go.
Right, who do we have in chat? Let's see. We got the wonderful Simon says hello. How you doing, Tenebrum? The wonderful 27th Gloincloth. Gloincloth the 27th. I want to know about the first 26 of you.
Ah, sorry, I didn't have the chat up and running. I do apologise, you lovely, lovely lot. Oh my god. I was trying to have some artwork up of the stuff I'm painting, and for some reason it just broke itself. I'm not doing a giveaway. Where does it say I'm doing a giveaway?
Well, I've got a giveaway if I reach. I've got 7 days to get 15 more subs, and I give away a Bloodthirster.
Oh, okay. People help him out. Who wants a Bloodthirster? Go and help him out. So we got Tenebrum over here. I hope you're keeping well. We got Ork. Hello, hello. Hello. So, oh, we got Cloth.
I was also gifted something else to give away that you will recognise, good sir.
Oh.
It's an army of halflings.
Oh, the Fantasy Heroes ones.
Yes.
That's actually a really good set. Really good value set as well.
These have actually been donated for me to do a giveaway with at some point.
Nice.
I was thinking about maybe doing something over the Easter holiday, but my time for streaming is actually going to be quite limited as I don't have any time off work. So
when do we ever? When do we ever?
I thought we had plans on the Saturday.
No, you've been told. No, you haven't.
Well, it's only next week though, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, so it's a bit short notice to hype up a big giveaway now.
Monday night.
I'm too tired on the Monday. That's why I
Alright.
don't do round table anymore on Mondays.
Yeah, I was curious
right.
what happened there. Yeah. But yes, how are we all doing? I do apologise. I've now got the chat going, so I can actually see what we're all doing.
Whoa, Orks Paint Shop, thank you. Right, you really didn't have to do that, but really, thank you very much for gifting 5 subs there.
Wow.
That
Ork
was
is a
absolutely not necessary, but
ork.
Yeah.
Ork is
Oh my
a
God.
absolute little
And it-
ledge.
and it's managed to immediately kick off a hype train, which is already on its way to level 2. Wow, it's been so long since I had a hype train that Twitch has deemed that the bar is set that low that it only requires 2 people to sub to kick off a hype train.
What's a hype train anyway? I don't know what a hype train is. Except for
I
me,
haven't had one since before Christmas. So,
except for me getting emotional.
and even then, I don't think it went beyond level 1.
Yeah, the last hype train I had was one of my long streams, those like 24-hour streams. And I think I got emotional.
Yeah. I
No.
think I've gotten up to a level 5 once, like ever. And that was like back in the early, I think, no, I remember when it was. It was the time that Mini Wargamer Dave decided to come and raid my stream on a Monday evening.
Ah.
And he brought 600 people with him.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, no.
I think the most I've ever got to is like a 4. But I think that was people wanting to break me.
Mm.
I think. But yeah, having Mini Wargaming Dave come in with 600 plus people is like, pinch me now.
I know. I was flustered to say the least.
Oh, you weren't your professional self. Oh, I'm surprised, good sir.
Yeah, I actually saved a clip of it. I actually went onto his stream and screen captured the bit where he did it, because he was doing like an 8-hour live stream on YouTube, and he I think it was Jotun, because they do this thing called the Chaos Comment Bomb, where they like pick a streamer or a YouTube video and he basically sends everyone to it to go and make a comment.
Ah.
And so Jotun was watching. Jotun was watching that stream, and he'd made a donation of like $5 or something, and suggested me as a target.
And that's where it went.
Yeah, and so the wonderful Dave from Mini Wargaming came in with 600 people. I didn't know what the hell was going on. All of a sudden, my chat just exploded. Yeah, I thought it was like some sort of like a bot attack or something at first, and then it twigged because everyone was going, Dave says hi, Dave. I was like, because I knew that he was streaming because I'd clocked it earlier on that day. And I was like, oh my God.
It's Dave.
But yeah, it was great. So yeah, I went and screen grabbed the thing from his perspective, and he's then giggling away to himself, watching me get flustered.
He's probably like, yes, I have the power.
I'll have to send you a copy of the recording. Yeah. Although, like so many others before him and that, he completely got my name wrong. Yeah. But, yeah, I really should have capitalized the different words in my name when I set it up.
I think you can now.
Can you change it?
I think you can.
Oh, I might have to do that.
Yeah, maybe double check it, good sir, but I think you can.
Yeah, because I think he put a little bit of an accent on it as well, and I think he called me Gus The Hut.
Ah.
Gus The Hut.
Don't mind me, good sir. I'm doing some cleavage.
Ooh, Edinburgh, I had no clue when I had a train. I think the Christmas event, but unsure. Don't care to. No, I'm not bothered by getting hype trains and that. It's nice when it happens, but I in no way advocate for people to go out of their way to make it happen.
Yeah, I think I've only ever had a hype train like 3 times.
Yeah, I've had a few of them, but then I've done them. They've mostly only ever happened when I do like big giveaway streams.
9 times out of 10, yeah, that's when you got the people
so,
in there.
Because
yeah.
I don't incentivize as such, but I reward people with extra chances to win my giveaways if they have subbed.
Yes.
It is in no way me telling them you have to sub to in order to win, because more often than not, just a regular follower wins.
Yeah.
Because everyone gets a free chance to do it. So
yeah, I do like one. What was it? A ticket for a sub, but then you get like 4. No, a ticket, a follower, but you get like 4 tickets if you're a sub. So you still get a chance to win. It just rewards the people that are going that little bit further.
Yeah, exactly.
Not saying you're not rewarding anyone that isn't following.
Yeah. Have you noticed the last time we tried to do one of these collab streams, my internet couldn't cope with having you on and me going as well. I have new internet and it works.
I was going to say, did you get your interweb sorted out?
I did. Turns out I was. It turns out when you buy something that's on a subscription or something, you're not supposed to keep it forever.
Ah.
You're supposed to upgrade and change constantly and that, and I'm just like, oh really? That just seems like such a faff. Why do I have to? If I buy it and it works, why can't it continue working forever?
It's called maintenance, darling.
Yeah. It was working yesterday. Why is it suddenly not working today?
Because it's not yesterday.
Well, yeah, but it worked yesterday. Nothing has changed other than time has passed.
That's the big thing. Time has passed, good sir.
No, but it turns out that they purposely do it just so you buy onto a new contract.
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
It's like, but that's just effort.
It's called business, me darling. It's called business.
Yeah, but the fact of the matter was that I've gone through all the effort of phoning them up. I'm now paying less and getting a better service.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. Redonkulous, good sir. Redonkulous.
It's almost like they don't want my money.
I had the best one. Recently, multiple things happened, and my car insurance came up for renewal, but I wasn't notified in a certain manner. Multiple different things went wrong. So my car insurance renewed without me fully knowing about it because of addresses, login details, and stuff like that. So I then had a redirected letter arrive, and it arrived a month late, or I got it a month late. Yeah, my insurance went up 4-fold. So I phoned the insurance firm. I was like, I don't want this. Oh, well, sorry, it's all renewed and stuff. And I was like, well, how can you charge it 4-fold? Oh, well, insurances have gone up on average 61%. I said, yeah, that's 61%. Not
61%, not 400%.
Not 385% or something like that. And they're like, oh, well, you want to... I was like, yes, I want to cancel because that's not even, oh, well, we put on international cover, we put on all these extras, which sounds great.
Yeah, but they didn't ask for them.
Yeah, they're all 50 quid a time.
Yeah.
And they put on a lot of them. So I've had to cancel that insurance. My repairs that were done with my car over warranty were not done correctly, I found out, but my warranty ran out when I then found out about them. So I've had to pay for that out of pocket. And it was like, oh yeah, cancel the insurance. Cool. Just shy of 300 quid to cancel my car insurance. I was just like, this is ridiculous.
I know.
But it happens to test us. It happens to test us.
The only time anything like that has ever happened, and I've kind of been glad of it, was one Christmas where we were doing a lot of shopping on Amazon, and we were like, well, you know what? We keep getting told about this like Amazon like free trial to use Amazon Prime for 30 days and that. We're going to be using it a lot over Christmas. Let's do the free trial and we can cancel it in January.
Yep.
And this is how they get like a lot of people. They count on people being a bit apathetic or lazy about it, which we totally were, and we forgot to cancel it.
You got charged.
And so we ended up with a Amazon Prime subscription. But it turns out it's coming damn handy more than once, and it's probably paid for itself like many times over.
Yeah, it's strange with the Amazon Prime account. If you use it often enough, funnily enough, like any subscription, it works out really quite well. Like,
yeah.
I now use Amazon for music, their videos and movie stuff. Obviously their postage. I have quite a few things come through.
Obviously the Twitch Prime as well.
Yeah, that helps. I have affiliate links with Amazon because I purchase stuff through Amazon that I've then showcased in videos. And I'm like, I only showcase stuff or put links into stuff that I've used that I'm happy with people using.
Yeah.
So I get a few pennies back. It's not like I'm suddenly going to be a millionaire, but I do get a few pennies back, and it does help.
Yeah, they're counting on people like having like many hundreds of thousands of followers and that, and
yes,
then it all adds up. But
yeah, like behind the scenes, I may get about £10, if that, a month from Amazon, but
yeah,
all adds up.
Every little bit, yeah.
And that's not from me shoving it down people's throats. It's just, oh, I've used this stuff. If you like the look of it, go to this link. It doesn't cost people any extra, really, if they're happy to buy it from there.
Noble John, thank you very much. Everything does indeed stop for tea. Will you join me in a sip of your cuppa, good sir?
Yes, in one moment, good sir. I am getting this busty, ridden maiden sorted. Oh.
How are you doing, Noble John?
Oh, clicky. Clicky. Oh, I needed that. Oh, this may excite some people. I got plans of painting some more fantasy models down the line once I've done a few bits for TD Combat.
Ooh,
I got a little. I need to put it up on YouTube to do a vote because it's in the latest video that I done.
Yeah.
Who's going to be leading my orc warband in fantasy?
Ooh. Well, we get a choice of who your commander model's going to be.
Yeah, and it's here. So I got one who's got a big two-hand. They both got big two-handed axes. Come on, what orc doesn't have a big two-handed axe? But one is a little bit more savage. It's like over his head. The other one's a little bit more grumpy, and it's like to one side.
I don't know. I kind of like the one. I was gonna say the one with in the sand people pose, but no, I really like the other one. It's very kind of, yeah, all right. Where's the fight?
Well, the thing, there are more because these are from Avatars of War, and I know Tenebrum loves them to bits. And like, oh, welcome in, John. Welcome in. How you doing? How you doing? A little bit of behind the scenes. I say it in my video as well, so I won't tread the same water. I like all the fantasy races. I do like them. Elves are a bit of a funny one. Sometimes I find them a little bit pompous, but I don't mind them, like, per se. It's my dwarven instincts. But I do enjoy them all. But I've never, ever really painted up an orc before, a fantasy orc before, and I've never played with them or really against them. I didn't get to play a lot of fantasy back in the day. So it's kind of like, what do I do? Like, I'm looking at it's like a kid in a candy store and going, oh, this is all cool, this is all shiny. What do I go for first? I have no
What do I
idea.
do now?
Yeah, it's like choice overload. It's like, what do I do? Welcome in, Wolf. Welcome in. So yeah, there's plenty of other sculpts on avatars that I'm looking at that I could use as a war boss. Those two just stuck out to me straight away because it's just stereotypical, wah, like over his head, or just like, ooh, this, kind of like being foreboding kind of style.
Yeah, no, I kind of like that one. I think. But
It's just
for
that
me
look.
personally.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, this, ooh, dear, who needs a crumping, kind of like aesthetic.
Yeah. Well, if I forget to vote, add one for that one on my behalf.
But yeah, I'll be putting on my YouTube poll anyway, because I do find using the YouTube community thing is quite useful because it has it as like you can put it in as a genuine poll.
Mm.
But yeah, it's just options, isn't it? But what I'm trying to do
really
as well.
Weird. I can only seem to ever see the YouTube community posts when I'm on my phone on the YouTube, and I very rarely ever use my phone to look at YouTube. I always have it up either up on the telly and it doesn't show the posts on there, or I have it on my tablet and the app on that one doesn't show them either.
It's I believe what you've got to do with YouTube is you've got to turn on like notifications for that content creator. So
Wasp, how you doing, my lovely?
Hello,
That's
Wasp.
a hell of a way to make an entrance.
Hello, Wasp.
Yeah, Wasp Fury. Long time no see.
You got to turn on the bell because it makes it more controlled. Because before they had the bell thing in there, I think it was like over notifying people.
Noble just says, have a tip for the both of you if you'd like. If you put an @ before the name in the title, it highlights it and then you can click the link and go to the channel you're co-streaming with. I very nearly did, but I didn't think it actually did anything.
Yeah, I thought that was a bit of a joke thing.
Yeah, I didn't. As I was typing out, I very nearly put an @ at the beginning of your name for my stream title, but I didn't think it'd actually do anything.
I will do that in a moment.
For next time.
Yeah, I'll do that now in a moment. Yeah. I genuinely thought that was one of those kind of like myth things that wasn't actually real.
In fact, I'm on my tablet, so I should be able to edit it from here.
Let's sort out this focus a little bit. I just want to make sure it's nice and pretty for you lovely lot.
There we go, that should... God damn it, I'll get you one day.
No worries, good sir.
How you doing, Wasps? I've not spoken to you since before Christmas, actually. After I did that commission for you. Have you managed to use your chimerics in a game? You managed to get... Because I've been on a massive Necromunda kick lately. Which is kind of just wound down. Because the campaign is just coming to an end. I've given the last games, or the last game, one more week to play their game before we officially declare the winners and losers.
Okay, I've just changed the title. That should be nice for everyone. There you go.
I didn't put a space after 6+'s name, did I not?
So,
according to this, I did. There's
it's all ticky laboo. It's all right.
yeah, there's a space on my screen.
Money, 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 money. I don't know what's up with me. Don't blame me. Money. Okay, let's use a little bit of resistance rust for some of the leather stuff. Money. But yeah, I need to kind of have a mental note of what I do here for painting up more of the Ridden down the line, because there's a few more Ridden models at TT Combat that get painted up.
It should say at 6+ save /is. That's what it's showing on my.
Oh,
showing on my thing.
Remember, 6+ save needs to have that underscore at the end of it, because annoyingly there was an account that was made with 6+ save. I deleted that account, but I still need to wait 2 more months to get that name. Yeah, it's annoying. It is what it is. I know what I'll be doing later.
There is
Sort out
no
the garden.
IS, it ends on underscore.
Sorry, what's being said?
No.
Hello. You best go see the doggies or they'll blow a gasket, sweetie.
Is his name show different on the channel then?
No. Oh.
That's the problem. Some people mistake my name with the other account. Even though I...
Yeah, because it used to be 6+ save _YT, didn't it?
6+ save YT, yeah. I got rid of that and I had to put the underscore in because 6+ save was used. I then found it was connected to some random email address I had, which I never actually thought I'd activated. But it is what it is. That's why I every week or so I double check if I can grab the name or not.
Something's going screwy at the minute.
Kelly, could you do a thorough check of the garden and a bit later on, please? Could you please do a thorough check of the garden? Because I'll mow the lawn later, or both lawns.
Yeah, I'll see.
If you can, please. Because is there room in the garden waste? If not, I'll put it in the garden bags.
There we go. Is that working now?
Not gonna lie, a little bit nervous painting up this model. Because some of the artwork that was made by a previous studio for it is gorgeous.
We'll see, because Mum and Dad sounds like they're heading over.
Alright, fair enough.
Bring tools over, and then eventually hearing back from Janine when we're over this goddamn walk.
That'd be alright, sweet. Things happen. Take it as it comes.
For some reason, I couldn't click any buttons on your on my browser for some reason for a moment there. I had to just close it out.
It's all good, good sir. All tickety boo.
Your stream was still was still going. It's just I couldn't click on anything.
I'd special.
It was a very special moment indeed.
But yeah, I think from a hobby point of view, you were saying about Necromunda and stuff. I think I'm just gonna, for my own mental sanity and stuff like that, I'm probably giving AOS and 40k like a wide berth. I'll be painting up the Dark Angels that I've got, those 5 successor chapters. I'll paint those up. But I think for the other things, I'm just giving them a wide berth at the moment because I'm struggling to keep up with all the updates and things like that. Just sometimes it just feels a little bit complicated sometimes. So I'm just giving it a bit of a wide berth. Just concentrating on what I need to do right in front of me. Like the old world stuff and maybe my Horus Heresy, things like that.
Right, okay. Right. Everything seems to be working now. So now you don't have to do constant shout outs, it's just linked. To be fair, I hadn't set up the constant shout outs to me.
Oh no.
I probably should have set up the bot to do periodic shout outs, but
it's all good. They see my ugly mug enough, it's all good.
you're beautiful. You're a gorgeous human being.
Yeah, how many ciders you've had to say that then?
Hey, I can prove just how gorgeous you are.
Oh no, you don't. No, you don't.
No, I can
no,
prove
you.
it.
Oh my god, I could prove it. I could do it same back to you, Mister. It's somewhere on my phone. Oh no! How did I? Mrs. G, stop him! Is he here? Is she here?
No, she's gone out.
Oh dear God, no!
She's gone out. No one can stop me.
Oh God. This is what happens when you take the Gus family and the 6+ family to the supposed home of King Arthur. And they see me being a big kid in the sword shop or the S-word shop. Oh, bless your daughter. She was like, what's an S-word? I was like, it's the polite way of me saying sword on the internet without getting in trouble.
Yeah, but didn't she say the actual S word?
Yes.
Which she was asking.
I was like, no, that's not that context. Bless her cotton socks.
Where is it? There it is. There it is.
Oh, no. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Right. Right. So I'm going to switch over to this view, and I'm now going to show everyone.
Oh my God.
This is how I know that you are a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful human being.
What are you doing? It's like multi-screen Inception. Oh, okay. Did you find it?
How can anyone not think that this is a majestic individual? Look at that.
Ugh. I nearly scat myself flying doing that, didn't I? I'm wearing a jacket right now. I think what made it worse, there was a load of tourists there, and they were just staring at. I think some of them actually did take a photo.
Yeah, they thought, "Oh, it must be some sort of celebrity photo shoot or something." Even though we were just there with our phones out.
And then I think after I took the shot, I think I jumped down, nearly scat myself because I was like, my arse is getting wet. I just screamed out, and everyone was just looking. And then I think, what was it? You then dived up to have a photo done. Louise was basically jumping up there, and I think she nearly jumped into the waterfall, bless her. He was just like, I think we've gone a bit far now.
Yeah, it was just a totally beautiful moment,
Yes, it's called
never to be recreated. Oh well,
Yeah.
this is, until the next time we go.
Yeah. I think it spun you lot out when I first done it. It was like, what's the context of this? Fabulous.
What's that? Anyways, I thought I'd drop in to say hi. Yep. Oh, really nice to see you, Wasp. Really nice. We've all very much missed you.
Hope you are keeping as well as possible.
You could have lied and acted like you cared. Ooh, shots fired.
Pardon?
About not setting up the shout-outs.
It's all good. It's all good.
I don't think about the kind of... I don't even know half of the things I can actually do on Twitch. I'm very un-tech-savvy individual.
A lot of the time I go with the fly of the cuff.
Yep.
At
the moment, I'm literally just screen capturing my second screen and putting it on here. I'm sure there's actually a better way to do that.
I'm doing something very similar on my end because there is a way that you can invite your collab to share their stream.
Right.
But it's
Yeah, I haven't even looked into how to do that. Any of that stuff.
Yeah, it's more efficient for your PC or your laptop you're using, but sometimes it can be a little bit fancy.
It's baked into Twitch. It's a feature. Yeah, that doesn't mean I know how to do it.
Probably going to shut the door because I've got the in-laws coming over. Yeah. Oh, this is something you may like, Mr. Gus. I had fun.
Oh, bear with me one moment. My front door is buzzing.
No worries.
I'll be right back.
It's your tickety boo. Yeah. So I need to dry brush it a little bit more. Show that to him when he gets back. But anyway, I digress. Let's carry on a minute.
Yeah. Right, I'm back. Mrs. G locked herself out.
Hello, Mrs. G.
The stream manager, there's a stream together button. I ain't looked too deep into it, but it exists.
Oh yes, I had a gander at it.
Oh yeah, I'm aware it exists. I just don't know what it does when I push it. I'm scared to touch things I don't understand.
So what you do, you use it. You have to have the person's username, and you invite them to it. So that's something we can do in the future, good sir. But it's all good. Because then you don't have to have it actually in your overlay. I think Twitch does it for you. I think.
Yeah, I mean, saving people's lives is a feature of a defibrillator. I don't think I trust myself to use one, though, when I didn't know what I was doing. I still wouldn't do it.
He would shock himself.
I'd probably end up killing myself with it.
Here you go, Mr. Gus. I had fun.
Ooh. Rusty McDusty. Is that the Dirty Down?
That is the Dirty Down Rust, that is.
Yeah. How did you find using it?
stinky and a pain in the
It,
backside.
it blooming toxic, isn't it?
Like, once I got my head around how to use it and build it up in layers, it works. This hasn't been dry brushed yet to bring out the silver, but
Thank you very much for the Prime sub.
it just works like so well.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It's
the dirty
expensive stuff, but
yes, dirty down rust is not cheap. Like, the bottle I've got, wherever I put that bottle, I lost my bottle. I lost my bottle. It's somewhere here. Anyway, that's gonna bug me. Where the beep is that bottle gone? 2 seconds. I'll grab me bottle.
ow! Someone just put chocolate in front of my face.
Why isn't it a pasty? But yes, so it's this stuff here. This is alcohol based.
Noble John, even better.
It is how many? 25 mil is like £9. Now the best way that I've found using it for myself, is water intensifies it to a certain level, makes it more orange. If you use it neat,
it's water activated as well.
Yeah. So let me just grab the nice one a minute. So like this one here. There you go. That was multiple layers.
Sorry, you have to bear with me a moment. So I just got handed chocolate.
It's all good.
Tea redeemed, so I'm now combining them.
Yeah, it's all good. But yeah, basically that there is with dry brushing. But what you do, you go over like in splodginess with it slightly watered down, which makes it a little bit more transparent. If you then want areas that are really quite transparent, you use neat water and you agitate it, because I can rehydrate it right now even if it's dried. You let it dry and then you put it on neat, whereas the dark spots, splodgy, but heat has an effect on it. It needs to be warm as well as the surface you're using it on. If it isn't warm, it won't work.
No. And you really have to make sure that if it's been sitting for a while.
Oh, you shake the ever-living daylights.
Yeah, and because the sediment gets so solid at the bottom of it.
Yeah.
You start shaking it for like 5 minutes.
Oh, I think you disconnected.
You're sitting on the mouse over there.
She
something.
She was.
You are sitting on the mouse.
But yeah, basically you have what I do to shake it up. Get an old
Zapango, thank you very much for the sub as well.
Like use an old bit of something that you can clean, scrape it up a bit. All right, so you agitate the sediment, then you shake it, because luckily there is an agitator ball in this. But I'll put it on my vortex mixer for a good couple minutes, put it back in, agitate it again, and just do it like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, well, what I tend to do is I just shake the hell out of it until the ball comes loose.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will say this dirty down stuff, the rust, the moss, all these ones, I do want to get hold of the other ones because they are so good for what they are.
Yeah. The problem is, it's like, what is this, 25 millilitres?
Yeah, for £9.
15 pounds a bottle.
I found it on eBay for £9 a bottle.
Yeah.
But that's the cheapest.
You, like, factor in like postage as well. It's like...
I will say, luckily, that one is free postage. I will say. I will share that link with people. I believe it was free postage. But
depends where you get it from, I suppose.
100%. 100%. Like, if you go on Amazon, I think you can get it for like a set of all 4 for like 35 quid, which works out to be the best value. But if you don't need all 4, you don't need all 4, funnily enough. But yeah, I've
got 6 days to get another 8 subs, and I might actually be able to give away a Bloodthirster this month.
Nice. I want to get this stuff painted up because I'm tempted to bring it up to GriffCon.
That'd be cool.
You know, something to play some board and actions or Zone Mortalis or something on, if that makes any sense.
So, how did you feel about the new reveals this week?
Which ones were those? Was it Adepticon ones?
Yeah, the Adepticon like Games Workshop reveals. Did you manage to have a good look through them, or?
Oh, trust me, with the industry I work in, I got it told to me.
Oh yeah.
There's no way of dodging it. I'll say it's good.
Yeah. Well, yeah. In your particular field of work, you probably got told, right, we're going to have a lot of battle tomes coming in.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, that's one of the biggest problems. With it is it's surprising how quickly editions finish. There you go.
Noble John says they hyped Skaven and we see no model. The thing is, they didn't hype them, though. That was the thing, because they didn't tell us anything we didn't already know.
Yeah, and also, I will say in Games Workshop's defense, it's the exact same as it was last year. They showed off Leviathan, and there was no model shown off. It was just the trailer. They will pace it out because
a lot of the models were in that trailer. I can tell you that now.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that's the new sculpt. They're the new designs. They're this. They're that. It's 100%.
Yeah, anything that was heavily featured as being like a very focal point at any part during that trailer, like that big Skaven Gatling cannon thing.
Yes, that's the sprue that was leaked. Yeah, that was the sprue that was leaked. Yeah. I put money on it. That was that sprue. Put money on it. But yeah, it's because the thing is, they're not gonna hype up by showing models like way too far in advance. Because if you hype too soon, that hype soon turns into not resentment, but people get frustrated with waiting around. A bit like what happened with a little bit with Titanicus, because they showed off the models and then there was multiple delays, and some people got a little bit frustrated with waiting around. Whatever Games Workshop's gonna do, they'll upset someone.
Oh yeah, entirely.
100%. That's why I'm just giving them a wide berth at the moment for my own mental faculties.
Yeah. The hobbying community not being happy about something, that's unheard of.
Oh, shock horror, darling, shock horror.
I know.
But I will say, one of the nicest Warhammer communities out there for just being so, at this moment in time, so supportive of the Warhammer community. There's obviously outliers in it before anyone goes, oh, I've seen this toxic. A lot of the time, it's old world community. Right. Yes, you'll get the toxicity of people being like, they killed off fantasy and stuff like that, which I'm not denying. I'm not denying that at all. But a lot of the people, the vast majority on there, are so encouraging of getting the official GW models, using proxy models, using 3D print models. It's very just encouraging.
I've seen a lot of people complaining about some people like running tournaments for Old World and that, and being very kind of old styly gatekeepy, being a bit loosey goosey with their kind of rule set, where you get extra points for writing a backstory for your army at a tournament. It's like, isn't it supposed to be like the best army? Yeah, and it's like minus points for playing like spammy, gamey armies. That was in the rules. That was in the rules pack. It's like, well, what does that even mean?
The thing is, I would say it's a positive and a negative to that. The community around Old World is similar to Horus Heresy. Because the Old World or fantasy was left to its own devices for so long, the community became self-regulating, as in it was very much a passion project for people. You couldn't just get the models, you couldn't just buy the models that easily. So a lot of people were in it for the passion and the lore and kept up with it. So now Games Workshop have started to make it more available. A lot of those people that are very ingrained in it are keeping up with that mindset. There's still cons. There's still problems with it. I'm not going to deny that at all. I'm not trying to blow smoke up their backside. They have their problems. But that community of trying to stop the spam, because there was spam lists going around for the wolves, for example, of taking as many gyrocopters as you can and just spamming them. And it's like, sorry, if you want to play that kind of game, it's going to be very controversial right now. I'd say play 40k, play Age of Sigmar. Just play those kind of games in those kind of tournament settings. Heresy and Old World are more narrative driven. If you want the spam stuff, go to ones that are not as narrative driven. There's still narrative to them, but they're not as ingrained.
But at the end of the day, at a competitive tournament where you are charging people to play and giving people prizes for becoming the top end of things and that, you can't then start gatekeeping. Oh, it has to be more lore based, because you're then hamstringing good players.
Yes, to a certain extent, 100%. I think they've tried to put that in there to stop. There's good ways and bad ways going around it. I believe there's in the pipeline. Tournament organizers are going to set up a maximum of 3. The maximum of 3. That's it. So you can't spam units and stuff like that. It's a difficult one because you want to encourage people to have fun and encourage the lore part of it, because that's what a lot of this is. If you're playing a game...
I am 100% for that, and that's the way I prefer to play.
Yeah, it's just difficult.
That way of thinking doesn't really have a place in a competitive setting.
100%. I think the problem is,
which is why I don't participate in competitive play. So.
Yeah, I think what it needed to be, I don't know the full ins and outs of it, is a narrative event, if that makes sense. That would then explain a lot more of it. Like if you go to a narrative Old World event or a narrative Heresy event, if you write up like a theme or reason why you're taking these models, that to me screams out, you've actually thought about this, you have passion behind this and stuff like that. You're not just taking stuff because it's good. You're taking it because you like how the models look, you like the literature, the lore behind it. You know, you figured out why these going to be working together. You haven't just taken it for synergy spam. I will say, so what's John just said? I like Old World setting and the models and maybe even the lore, but the price. Yes, so the thing is, I will say it again, 100%. Price is subjected to each and every person. I know some people that the price is reasonable to them. Other people, it's not. It's very, very subjective. There is no entry point to Old World. I will counter that. There is.
You don't have to buy the big box.
Yeah, you don't have to.
I mean, they are starting to come out with like smaller boxed armies in that. It will come out over time.
Yeah,
but there will be more. I mean, you can just buy the rule book on its own, I believe.
Yeah, 100%. I would say go online, go on eBay, go on Facebook trading groups, stuff like that. Buy the rule book, and you don't even have to buy GW models.
No.
Go and find some procs. Go and find some alternate sculpts you like the look of. My dwarf army is Highland miniatures.
Kings of War was set up to be an alternative, cheaper way of fielding large amounts of fantasy battle models.
Yeah, 100%. Look at other models like the Orc army. I'm looking at doing that's Avatars of War. Now, if you got a friend of yours that can 3D print, go ham. Get some files, give them to them, give them some pennies towards it, or go on Etsy or places such as like Max Mini. I know for a fact have proxy armies that you can use. I believe that Orcs and Goblins one is quite substantial for like 130 quid. And there's a lot more in there than any GW box set out there. So the only thing you then need to get hold of...
As long as you're not going to Games Workshop run events...
Yes, 100%.
Or playing it in a Games Workshop store...
Where they're going to be
like... They don't let you do these days anyway.
They're going to be like, what are you playing at?
Yeah.
Hey, if I had access to a 3D printer, then I would have a pile of potential. Oh yeah, 100%. But you know what I mean? There are options out there, and I don't think...
Yeah, but there are cheaper options out there that are pre-made from third parties.
Yeah.
That are a lot cheaper.
Yeah, 100%. And I am not denying the miniatures that Games Workshop make are very pretty. 9 times out of 10, they are very, very pretty. But...
They're the best in the business for a reason.
Yeah. But, personally, for me, I will say, this is just my personal take, they do charge a premium for that.
Yeah.
Because they know they can. That's the thing. People would still buy it.
Other companies were putting out the quantity and quality that Games Workshop were for a cheaper price, and people started buying them en masse instead.
Yeah.
Games Workshop, I guarantee you, would lower their prices.
Yeah. They would feel threatened. Any business would. Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, Mantic, for example, is their closest competitor for like buying plastic versus them. The problem is Mantic just don't have a big as an impact as Games Workshop. The big thing that Games Workshop does well, marketing.
Yeah.
They are the best for marketing. They hired some of the Apple people back in the day to help redesign their boxes as their 2-player starter sets.
Yeah. The word Warhammer becomes synonymous with just miniature war game.
Which I, as a personal point of view, I don't like that. Because some people get a little bit confused when I say, oh, I'm a war gamer. They're like, what, don't you mean you're a Warhammer? It's like, no, I'm a war gamer. And now, because of the marketing, it became so synonymous.
Yeah.
People have blended the two together.
Yeah, it's like if you've got a dirty floor in your house, you go around and you do the hoovering.
Yeah.
You don't do the Dysoning, you do the hoovering.
Yeah.
Hoovering's a brand name.
Mm-hmm.
Hoovering is a brand name for vacuum cleaners, but it has become synonymous with all vacuum cleaners.
Yeah. And that's a fear for Games Workshop. Or should I say it's a fear? It's what some people...
No, that's to their benefit.
Yeah, but there is... I remember with my graphics business studies, you can lose the... It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, the branding starts to lose its meaning as much.
Yes, you cannot protect the branding, because if the branding becomes synonymous with the action, you then can no longer brand it. It's with... Was it paracetamol? It was a certain drug back in the day, medical drug, where it was an actual brand. Aspirin, that's the thing. Yeah. Aspirin has now lost its brand as aspirin. They still got the brand, but now it's kind of lost, as in anyone can use it.
Yeah.
And that's what's
that's more of an American thing, but that the word aspirin has just become synonymous with taking some painkillers.
yeah,
For
and
your
that's
headache.
and that's what a lot of people in the business sector has said. Games Workshop is potentially heading towards is becoming that synonymous. It blurs the line between, is it a brand
Mm.
or is it a label for the activity?
Yeah, Coke. That's another one.
Yep.
Coke. How many times have you been to a pub or somewhere and said, "I'll have a Coke," and they bring you a Pepsi, and you don't bat an eyelid
No.
because you're using Coke synonymously for all cola.
I'll be 2 seconds. I need to double check what's going on with the doggies. One moment, good sir. They're howling.
How you doing, No Man a Man? Saying the same thing. No, we're all staying in the same edition. Unless you have all of those people, then 90% of your player base of people that potentially play against you will move on and they'll leave you behind.
Hello, good sir.
And that is the only issue that you will run into with that kind of mindset.
What did I step into, good sir?
So Noble John was saying that he'll be sticking with 3rd edition Age of Sigmar and not moving on to full fed.
100%. You're stuck in the same problem. 100%. I will back that. Because
and I've seen so many people do that in the past where they've gone, right, I'm sticking with the old edition and that, and it lasts all of a couple of months before they end up either doing one of two things. They either cave in and buy into the new edition, or they just out and out quit.
Yeah.
Because they've got nobody to play with.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Because 9 times out of 10, people want to play. It doesn't matter if it's Games Workshop. It doesn't matter what war game it is. People want to play the latest supported system because it will have the new models, it will have the new rules, it will have the new shiny stuff to it. Humans are magpies. At heart, we want to go for the nice shiny new stuff. Because I know so many people that were, they loved fantasy and all this and all that, and now it's like, we're going to play old world. So, well, why don't you play some of your old fantasy with like your old heroes and your old named characters? No, I want to play old world. It's the new thing. It's like, but you can't play with your heroes. Oh, I don't need to worry about that. It's not saying it's good or bad. Everyone has their choice. But if you want to play an older system, you're gonna struggle. You're gonna struggle to keep the people in there.
Yeah. I mean, it's like me with D&D. I play very heavily. I started my D&D sort of journey towards like the last 1 or 2 years of 2nd edition. So I was fairly new into it. So when the 3rd edition rolled around and that, I bought into that, and I was like, all right, it's fresh and new. I'm on the same level as everyone else. I'm now one of the gang, and that was great. And I bought into it heavily. I bought like every hardback book almost, and I just held on to them forever and that. And D&D is starting to ebb back into my life a little bit. And I've even got Beth and Mrs. G asking me, "Oh, could you run us through a D&D game?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, but the thing is, I only know it from 3rd edition because To be perfectly honest, when 3.5 ended and 4th edition came along, the game became something that I didn't like,
Yeah.
and I didn't complain about it. I just stopped playing,
Yeah.
and everyone I know stopped playing because they were all like, "This is shit." And so I kind of fell out of it. So when 5th edition rolled around like years later, I never jumped back onto it because I'd moved on to other things. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of out of the whole D&D thing. So I've even told Mrs. G and that yeah, I will more than happily run you through like a D&D campaign, but I'd have to run it as the older edition because I don't know the new edition, and they're like, well, we've got a player's handbook here because they've been playing the new edition. It's like, well, yeah, but I don't want to learn the new edition.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
100%. Each to their own. Each person's going to be different. Yeah, we are all ex-Yu-Gi-Oh competitive players in my group. We know the value of a good format, and the new is not the best. Yeah, that's the thing. It's the big crux of it is having enough people to stay around. If you don't have enough people, it's going back to what Gus said. You don't have enough people, it just dries up. Because you can't just
Pull
keep
out
playing.
2.0 Sacco for the win. Get out.
Like, if you only have like 4 people in your group that play X edition, whatever it is, that soon can just become stale. Like,
Yeah.
cool, oh, I'm playing the same person again, or I'm playing the same army, or I'm playing the same build, or I'm playing XYZ the same. And it can become very, very stale.
Just trying to look see if I've got any any 2nd edition books left. I basically went through and sold most of my 3.5 collection last year.
Oh yes, I remember
about
you
this
saying,
time
good
last year,
sir.
actually. Yeah. I bought a Warhound Titan with the proceeds, but
Oh, just a small investment.
hey, if you factor in the fact that all I did was sell books that had been sitting on a shelf for like 15 years gathering dust, then technically the Warhound cost me nothing.
True, very, very true, and it's gone to hopefully someone's hands who's gonna enjoy and cherish them just as much as you did back in the day.
Noble John says, I've already recruited my missus, my mate, we all learning he is still finishing his 3.0 models. Yeah, that's all fine. That's all fine and dandy. But what you're going to run to after a little while is, there's a new model coming out that's really nice. Oh, it's a brand new thing.
Yeah,
Okay, that's not got any rules for the old edition. It only has rules for the new one. It's like, damn.
yeah. So you
But
can't.
yeah, but even then, even when you recruit other people, eventually, they will cave as well. I mean, obviously, if it's just you and your missus playing and that at home and that, then it's fine. But like you said, you've got your mate in. What's to stop him eventually going, right, I want to play with other people now?
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. There is enough momentum to keep that going. Maybe
Yeah.
you'll get enough people in, but yeah, it's just the.
At the end of the day, if you have the books, you have the models and that, there's nothing stopping you playing with them, as long as you have people to play with.
I just need to figure out what's on her hand.
Looks like a hanky.
Yeah, but I mean on the fingers, the top of the fingies.
Oh.
Fingies.
Vocats and Bazooka, afternoon. How you doing? I like D&D, etc., but them spitting out new systems and books all the time. I simply out of it. Well, one of the reasons. Yeah, the thing with D&D though is all you need is like the player's handbook and like a DMG and a monster manual. That's all you need to play the game, and you can then make up everything yourself. Everything else that you add on top, all the other content and that, all of it is optional. It's like 100% optional. You as a DM don't have to allow your players to use it, and you as a DM yourself don't have to use it at all. Yeah, everything apart from the core mechanics of the game is 100% optional. You do not need any of it.
And that's where it gets interesting for people, because from a business point of view, they got to keep providing new stuff, because once you bought that stuff, what else are you going to keep buying from them?
Yeah, 3 books and dice. I mean, I would have added pen and paper to that, but you don't even need that these days.
Yeah, but you're not going to buy the pen and paper from them, are you?
Yeah.
Official, D&D pen and paper.
I'm like, if it ain't broke, why fix it? New editions, why add to the current one? But there is something to be said about like bloat and there being too much, and keeping things fresh and like bringing in new people.
And also,
every time that there's a new edition, that does kind of happen. So
it gets the whole people hype for the new stuff, and also people may say it's not broken, I don't need it fixed. There's potentially people out there saying the opposite. It's bloated, it's too rules heavy, I can't jump into it. It's both sides of the same conversation. And that's the same thing.
And there is a business aspect to it as well.
Yeah, you are never going to make everyone happy.
Yeah.
Ever.
How do we make money off of the people that bought the player's handbook, the DMG, and the monster manual, and then have just and they already have those things? How do we make money off of those people when they're not interested in any of the supplemental content? The only way you can then make money off of those people, and that's probably a fair portion. I wouldn't say it's probably the majority, but it's probably a good portion of the customer base that buy the books they need and then don't buy anything else.
Because they've already got the armies.
Money out of them is to make them buy those books again.
Mm-hmm. Like, say, for example, my Fire Slayers or my Carriage and Overlords. The only Fire Slayer model I'm missing out of my collection is the Warcry set, and then the brand new Rune Smiter chappie, the priest with the axe. That's it. I don't need anything else. Yeah, so it's just rules.
Happened with 3.5, 100%, and the change from 3rd ed to 3.5 was brilliant. The game was made better. It was the same, but it was better.
But yeah, the thing is, the crux of the story is, some people are going to be happy with it, some people aren't. That's the honest truth of the matter. Personally, I haven't played any AOS or anything like that this year. And now seeing all the different books that they brought out, all the different Dawnbringer books, and like the spell abilities and stuff like that, and the primal dice. It's cool, but it's like, this is a lot of information. But one thing just from personal taste, I didn't like about it was you could somehow make your Fire Slayer cast frost magic. Pardon? Why is a flame-loving Slayer now wanted to cast frost magic? Now, I know there's a lot more nuance to it than that, but sometimes
it's really cold fire.
Yeah, it's
like setting your oven to cold.
just from, I know there's, as I said, there's more nuance than that, but it's just like, say what? And it just broke my immersion when that happened. I was like, no, I don't like this.
Oh no, my immersion is broken.
Pretty much. But from a rules point of view, people were loving it. They were like, "Oh my god, this is giving a new element, and new this, new that." And I'm like, no.
I don't like it.
Yeah, basically. But that's why I'm just stepping back from it all.
It just reminds me of that scene from Monty Python, Life of Brian.
Oh, I think I know the one you're on about. Yeah.
Yeah, with the ex-leper.
Yep.
Comes up, but without by your leave, and cures me. There I am, one day, a leper with a trade. Next day, my livelihood's gone. Half a denarii for my life story. There's no pleasing some people. That's what Jesus said, sir.
Yeah, 100%. I know of some people that were talking about AOS 4th edition when it got announced on the day, and they were saying, "Oh, this will be interesting." And then there was people jumping off on the deep end going, "No, Index is going to break the game. It's going to do this. It's going to do." They just announced it. Calm your tits, please.
Yeah.
They just announced it. Well, I know speculation and stuff like that is part of the hobby. But seriously, calm down. Like, all you've been told is there's a new edition. And they're going to be bringing out indexes because the rules set...
They're defuncting the rules.
Yeah,
The
basically.
rules are going to be reworked from the ground up.
Yeah. But there could be major similarities between
Oh, yeah.
third and
Oh,
fourth.
of course. Yeah, there will be.
Yeah, because they're not going to just completely do it. But maybe they've realised, oh, we need to condense things down. We need the indexes and stuff.
Yep.
So, got to wait and see. It could be, the pessimist me, could be an absolute storm, as in epic bad proportions. Or it could be something great.
The only people that it's really kind of upsetting for is the people that have just bought like the books and rules and that for Flesh Eater Cults and Cities of Sigmar.
Yeah, the latest
because
ones.
Their books are not going to have a very long shelf life.
Yeah, and the problem is, when hasn't that happened before with games?
Yeah, every time. What was it? Which faction got the real short end of the stick?
Oh, it was 40k, wasn't it?
40k. Was
World
it
Eaters? World Eaters and
World
God.
Eaters
World Eaters
and,
got the worst.
Yeah, they had it the worst. And what was the other one? It was
I thought it was God.
Guard.
Yeah. World Eaters had it the worst because I think they only had like 3, maybe 4 months out of it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, all the stuff they're doing right now is nothing new. It is nothing new. So it's going to be new for new hobbyists, 100%. But for people
I think Votan had a good year. Votan had a good year of.
What do you mean? What was said about the Votan?
Oh, just saying that Votan had it bad, like not a very long shelf life on their book.
Yeah, the Votan didn't have.
Admittedly, their rules had a week.
They didn't even
said, we need to change the rules.
It was pre-release. It was actually general release. So you had like 2 weeks with the rules if you bought the limited edition release box.
Yeah.
But it was before actual release. They then went, yeah, we screwed up here. But we're not going to go
a bit too good.
We're not going to go down there because that was a grudging that has never been fixed.
Them to actually put out a public apology about how powerful they were, though.
Well, the thing
that was like a first.
Yeah. Well, I personally didn't like the fact they made a laugh and a joke about it. It was more like, no, you did screw up here. Do not make a laugh and a joke about it. But that's just me, you know.
I don't know. The thing is, I can't take anything in this life too seriously.
Yeah.
So I kind of appreciate that kind of.
Oh, I can understand the whimsical humour behind it, but it's like People just now spent money on it. Please don't, you know.
I mean,
Dunno.
admittedly, they didn't invalidate the money that people had spent. They just put out an errata saying, yeah, just get your crayon out and change this in your book, and we'll be all square.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that made me spit fire about it, because I even done a video on it, was it invalidated certain sub-factions because they stopped a certain thing activating, which then stopped sub-factions rules activating. Had like a really bad spiral on it, and it was like, oh, great, you basically got rid of the overpoweredness, but now you've made a whole sub-faction out of the 5 or 6 actually like unplayable. But it is what it is. It was just
life is like a box of chocolates. See, I don't actually understand that saying, because I have never in my life ever had a box of chocolates where it didn't come with a little card telling you what all the chocolates were. Who plays Russian roulette with a box of chocolates? Really?
Me.
Yeah, but you still have that card. That's just you choosing not to read that card that comes in the box.
I choose to not read. I can't read. But yeah, it's, whatever people do is going to upset someone. It's always in a walk of life, isn't it?
I guess it's just to shut your eyes and dig in. Go up to the golden mat. One of these might kill me, but
it's called space.
Well, that's why they had to remove the peanut ones from Revels, wasn't it?
Yep.
Because they even made an advert of people playing like Russian roulette with Revels,
and it's like
it was almost kind of encouraging people to do it.
It's like, you may not want to
maybe
do
we
that.
should take the peanut ones out if we're encouraging this.
Yeah, this is a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Hello, Munchie. Hello, good sir. How's
Munchie
work
dude.
going? How's work going, good sir?
The purveyor of the pasty.
So with the Ridden, one of their main colours is like greens and stuff on top of their like red skin. So I'm trying to give it like 2 different colours. Absolute chaos. Oh my god. Oh my god. What? Short-staffed, I presume, good sir?
We like a bit of chaos though, understands.
I think Munchie's going to be like, you can have it. There you go.
A little nonsense now and then, treasured by the wisest men.
Now, I may get my fancy spectacles. Yep, short again. Oh my god, yep. I'm going to get my fancy spectacles.
Well, if you're short, then that's the time to get out the stepladder. But remember, he can't tell you what to do because he's not your real ladder.
Oh god, really? Did you go there, mister? Yeah, how did I know that sound effect was coming? How did I know? How did I know? Hello, Jet. Hello. Itchy. Ooh, God almighty. That's nice.
Itchy and scratchy show.
So, I got my fancy magnifying lensy thing out. I may need to take off my glasses a minute. This is I've got to be careful with, because if I wear them for too long, it gives me a really nasty headache.
It gives you a headache.
It gives me a headache, and I'm not the biggest fan of haddock.
Mm.
God, I'm looking like I'm going into surgery now.
Well, if you get a bad headache, then you should get that sorted by a sturgeon.
Oh, you have a problem, mister.
I
I keep knocking the light with my head. Nah, that's not.
At least it might give you a bright idea.
Could have joined me earlier, Mark. Go into space. No. Okay, this may work. I'm going into surgery, people.
Scalpel. Scalpel. Suction. Suction. Time Life magazine. Time Life magazine.
In a minute, by the way, I can't read anything that's coming on the chat now because I ain't got my glasses on. What are you now?
Oh, it's all right. I'll read your chat for you. You can't say that about Mark.
No, like legitimately, I have to be like this now to read my screen. I have to be within like a foot to a foot and a half to read it. All I can see is purple, green, red, and white. That's all I could see. Like text, but it's blurry as anything. Because I can't wear my normal glasses and have these on because it pushes into my ears.
Isn't that how glasses stay on, though?
Yeah, the problem is it pushes against my ears. So it causes a lot of pain. But it's all good. Art. You suffer through your art, don't you?
We do. Unless you've had a curry the night before, then you suffer through your farts.
I've been a good boy since I've been watching what I eat. I don't really have my stomach problems as often. They still occur, but it's far more manageable now. He says famous last words.
Johnny Green says, we need more Mark and Gus streams.
Do we, good sir?
I don't know, is the world ready for that?
Yes. We'll make them ready. How's that?
I don't know, I think Mark might be slightly regretting inviting me today.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Jokes.
That's all good. Could be worse,
Damn,
good sir.
try harder.
Go on, try harder then. Well, I got
Don't make me get the book out.
Go on, get the book out. Get the book out. Oh my god, I look like such... How stupid do I look like? Like, seriously, I can't see.
Well, I have been toying with the idea of reviving round table streams.
Yep.
So I was wondering how are you fixed for Tuesday evenings?
Should be all right, good sir. Ah, I made a spill. I made a spill.
Yeah. What's your availability like on a Tuesday evening?
From
general?
like 7 o'clock. 9 times out
Okay.
of 10, if
Yeah. So if I were to be bring back round table and that, would you like to be a regular participant?
yeah, I do not mind, good sir. I am messing this up now. No. Gonna have to go around with the Rashard Green in a bit.
Talk of the devil as well, Mr. Gloincloth. How's your availability on a Tuesday evening to be a regular, to resume your position as a regular participant of the round table?
I think the last time I went onto your round table, I think it was the one and only time. I think I broke it.
Probably one of the best ones.
Yeah, I think there was a comment of me going, "Oh my God, Mark, you can't say that," and I'm like, "Say what?" And I said it again.
As long as it doesn't get us banned, then it's all good.
I need to go around.
At the end of the day, the whole point of round table is to voice our opinions on various subjects, and that you can't really have a balanced discussion if everyone's being constantly censored.
Very true, good sir. Very true.
For you, I will drop everything. Well, don't break stuff. Yes, bring back the knights. Yeah, I've been toying with making Tuesday nights a thing, stream-wise. I might not necessarily even do it every week. I might sort of alternate between maybe like every other week to do round table, and then but stream every week, but just not to do round table every week.
Maybe once a fortnight, once a month would be something nice, because then you can actually.
I think once a month is not enough, just because there's so much that goes on over the space of, like, in the hobby sphere. A lot can happen in 4 weeks.
Very true, good sir. Very true.
His coffee mug smash onto the floor, yeah.
I may be able to read this. You look fine, Mark. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Driving Miss Daisy springs to mind.
I'll have to see if we can get Merlin involved, because it would very, very much be on the theme to have Merlin as part of the round table. See, what I originally sort of envisaged for it as well is to everyone to have like a little sort of caricature avatar of themselves as well. As like members of the round table, but in kind of the style of like the Monty Python Knights.
Oh, I got something that may make people giggle. Do I still have it in? I can't. Wait a minute, I need to take these off. I can't see for diddly squat. I'm looking for stuff and I can't see it. Give that a moment to dry a minute. Okay, do I still have it here? Or did I store it away? No! Did I store it away? Oh.
Yes, definitely he would be great. Yeah, he would. He's actually like really... He's a really articulate individual, and he has a wonderful speaking voice. For anyone that doesn't know the wonderful Merlin models and that, if you actually do the redeem on my channel to abuse Gus, that's actually his voice. So.
All right, I have my cloak for when I was doing Dark Angel painting, but I never actually wore it.
Yeah, I know which graphics artist I could talk to about that. Well, yeah, I assume you're thinking about the individual who does most of the content on the channel.
Oh.
The problem is that would be a lot of work for him to donate, and I I can't afford to pay for that much sort of graphic design to be done at the moment. I'd love to have it. I mean, if everybody chipped in for like their own avatar, but
Oh my god, this looks so bad. But it's alright.
no, I wasn't. Oh, are you thinking of somebody else? Oh, if you know somebody that could do that kind of thing, that would be.
There you go. There you go. I have a gown thing. What the frick is this? I'm like a weird villain. There you go. But yes, it's a certain felty kind of material. Yeah. There you go. Hey ho, 'tis what it is. Yeah. I don't mind.
Like Danger Mouse's sidekick with them on.
I don't know.
Crumbs! I
Now
am a
go
South African
shopping.
friend. I will have a word. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah. Let me know. But yeah, it'd be really cool for like everyone, like all the regular participants, such as obviously me, yourself. Even if we have it as just like one image of all of us, like round a round table. But yeah, so me, yourself, obviously Red Scope, Merlin, Mark. Yeah. Obviously, I'd have to contact Merlin and that, see if he'd be willing to be a regular participant. And it wouldn't be necessarily that everybody has to. Oh yeah, Bertie as well. But yeah, all of the normal regulars that we always had.
The in-laws are in.
Yeah.
The dogs are now howling. I mean, I have no idea what my avatar would be.
Well, you would have to be the one wielding a sword of some kind, and sort of staring longingly. Maybe we'll just make you the Lady of the Lake.
You're saying I'm a lady?
I'm a lady. I do lady things.
Lady. God, this must sound stupid to the in-laws. A slayer with glasses. Oh my god, you know... Oh.
Obviously, I want us all to have like a caricature avatar of our actual selves, what we actually look like.
There was one theme. There was one successor chapter I really wanted to try and do back in the day. I tried to make it work and it just...
Books the bridge.
There was one theme that I tried to do, but luckily my OSL Black Templars allows me to play it, but I can't do it like the same justice. Remember the Blades of Avalon back in the day? The Arthurian legend Black Templars?
Yeah.
There's a project I want to do where I paint up like my own custom, like myself as a Space Marine. But I don't know how to go around building it and stuff like that. I need to figure out what body to start from and need to figure it out.
You can get like people to like recreate your head in 3D. You can do like a 3D scan of your head and get it like done in miniature, just so you can have a head that you can put on any other model.
Yeah, because that's one thing I'm tempted to get done. I just need to figure out like what kind of what do I put it on, if that makes sense.
A slayer with glasses. So you just have you as a naked ginger dwarf with glasses on.
A slayer without glasses makes more sense. Swings, miss, hit. Really dangerous to be near. That'd be scary. You alright? Slamming the door.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Yeah, I know. Right? I gathered they were
It's
here.
more like the dwarven
Okay.
equivalent of a
What?
goblin
Give me a
fanatic.
cup and put the kettle on.
Okay.
Hello.
talking to him.
Hello, Mrs. Fruit Loop.
Gus says hello.
Hello, guys.
She can't hear you through the headphones. Bless her.
Yeah.
There is
They
another.
still bite you.
Oh God, part of me wants to get. I don't know how I would do it, but I do want to have myself as a dwarf in my dwarf army. But I don't know how I would do it. I have no idea. I have no idea what I'll play as or
Well, it
anything
would make
like.
much more sense than having you as a lizard man in your dwarf army.
No, Manna, please, no. I only just got my hearing back. Please, no. No, good sir. But yeah, one thing I have sorted out, but I want to try and put it on YouTube as well, so members stuff can redeem it. I think there's a redeem on Twitch where people, within reason, they can select a unit and name it out of my armies. But the only thing is, it can't be like hyper offensive, and it needs to kind of fit the theme of the army.
See, I'd just go for something like comical and memey.
Yeah. Oh, if it's funny and stuff like that, but it still kind of like fits the theme, that's all good by me. It's just I had to put that in there just in case some people were, dare I say it, jerks.
Yeah. Although we could always do it like really subtly as well.
Yes. Oh,
Like
100%.
call a character Wilma,
Yes.
but her last name's Fingerdoo.
Yeah, stuff like that. Fine. You know. You know what I mean? It's not too like just blasé. I think that's a lot of that base coated.
So what is it, baby? Spits or swallows?
Oh my god. A dwarf engineer tinkering with his 3D printer as a mini. That'd be cool. That would be cool.
That was Merlin's voice. Does he just have like one of the best speaking voices you've ever heard?
I will be hydrating in a moment, good sir. The other half is getting me a cup of tea. Okay. Let this dry a minute. Sorry, trying to get these cultists done. Got old models free and I hate these sculpts, but army. It's all good sir. I need to figure out what I need to plan for the rest of this year, as in paint wise, because biggest problem I got, I'm not playing any games. So I'm kind of haven't got the enthusiasm to paint the models, so it's kind of like it's a catch-22. Oh man, will be a while before I hear them bands live again after last night. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough, good stuff. I do like kit bash and stuff because I've done that with this one. I don't know if Gus could guess who this is. for Heresy.
Is it it's supposed to be a named character or?
Oh no, it's not a named character. It's just
Oh right. Is that just like Master of Signals or something?
Yeah, it's just a Master of Signals that I put it on the Mark 6 body, but also I printed out some Dark Angel bits.
Nice.
Because Dark Angel, obviously insignia, and that's the Iron Wing one, just to add a little bit of flavour. Hello, sweetie. Don't you have Curse City or Hero Quest? Oh, I do have Curse City. Thinking about it, I do have
I have Hero Quest.
Well, I was going to say, I do have like 10 of the Underworld gangs. So I can paint those. Paint that and play it with the wife. Oh, Curse City.
We should, when you come down, you're coming down on the Friday and staying over?
Yes, good sir. Yes,
yeah.
I am, good sir.
We should totally play Hero Quest.
I've never played it. You'll have to teach me.
It literally, it's the game we all got into the hobby with when we were 8, but back in the 80s. So it was like, it's a kid's game. It's so super easy. It's literally just roll to move, roll to fight. That's pretty much.
Why can't games be like that anymore? I want simple games. But Tenebrum. Hang fire 2 seconds.
Or we could finally bite the bullet and learn how to play Curse City. As we have the box and we have all the expansions, but which are still in the cellophane. Which are probably worth a ton of money now, to be fair. Oh, we're not selling them.
No, we are learning to play this game.
We're learning to play the yeah. We've got to learn to play the Bane game before we even think about moving on to the expansions.
Like one thing I do want to learn. All right, I'm letting this thoroughly dry before I put any washes on. One thing I do want to learn. I've got the prints. I've been reading through it. Is 1-page rules. I've actually got Kelly. This is shock horror. Okay. She has agreed to play a game of 1-page rules fantasy, which is the equivalent of Age of Sigmar, using the Fire Slayers, and I'll bring something else out. We're going to play a little 500-point game. She's agreed to it. I'm like, yes. Because 1-page rules is very much a simplified Age of Sigmar. You still have characters in there, you still have abilities, but it's not so much stuff. Like, there's pros and cons to it.
Maybe that's something that me and Louise should look into.
Well, I'll bring up the printouts so you can have a read through, because I've got their Grimdark one, which is their 40k proxy. I've got their Fantasy, which is the Age of Sigmar proxy, and I've got the Regiments, which is obviously an old world fantasy proxy. They have proxies for Warcry and Kill Team, and they have proxies for like Battlefleet Gothic as well. Mark, you know you want to play Hobbits. Well, Halfling. No, that's Kelly. That's Kelly, 100%. But yeah, it's just
Mark was just saying there's a thing called 1-page rules, which is it's a website that does like alternate rules and that for game systems. Okay. But they're like really cut down, like simplified, because they're called 1-page rules. So you only have to learn 1 page of rules. So
2 seconds.
Use our models, like Age of Sigmar models, and play games of 1-page rules with them. And it's a much more simplified game. Maybe we should look into doing that.
But the nice thing is, it's miniatures agnostic. So
you can use any miniatures that fit.
Yeah. So the nice thing is, what I'll do a minute is 2 seconds. Can I actually show it on this screen? Because I do want to let it for a minute. What I'll do, I'll show off the rules in a minute once I've washed the model. because it can be drying while I wash it. But yes, there is pros and cons. Yes, it's very simplified, so you do lose a lot of the complexity. And with Age of Sigmar, Old World, 40k, 30k, you have named characters.
Mm.
You don't have that with one-page rules. You make your own characters. Yes, you can find it restrictive because you don't have all these layers of complexity, so you can't mix and match to your heart's content. But then the strength comes from, oh, you just want to have a game? Cool. Bang, 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 bang. This is the ones I'm going to work with. And I will say...
let's roll some dice and move some models around. Doesn't matter what we're playing.
100%. And the nice thing is, though, I will say, is it's more straightforward, as in you don't have to worry about being made to feel bad because you don't know the unique rules of stuff.
Yeah.
It's like evergreen rules, if that makes sense, with what they've done with like 40k and Horus Heresy. Because in Horus Heresy, if something has rend, you know what that is, because that's the same across all the armies. 40k.
Yeah, it's a universal rule that everyone follows,
Yeah. Whereas AOS, they don't have evergreen rules per se. They have ward save and things like that.
I get a funny feeling they will do in the new one.
And I think that's why they're doing the index thing. I think they're doing the whole evergreen thing because it makes it easier to keep on top of. Yeah. But yeah, 100%. I know why Munchie finds it very restrictive.
Yeah,
but,
it's not as customizable, but
yes,
the whole point of it is that it's an alternative that's easy to pick up and play.
Yes. So 100% is not as...
Yeah. If you want the complexity on and the lack of restraint, then play the game proper.
Yes. That I will not deny that at all. Play the game as intended. It won't be restricted. But for me... Like, if I want to play Gotrek in there, cool, I'll choose a champion, I'll make him a slayer, I'll give him an upgrade on his weapon, and do it that way, and then in my mind I go, that's Gotrek. Yes, he doesn't have all the abilities of fantasy or AOS Gotrek, but I'd make it work that way.
Yeah, but once again, my argument against people that would have a problem with people doing that is, well, if you do have a problem with that, just play Age of Sigmar then.
Yeah. Let's. But yeah, it's not for everyone. I understand that.
Yeah. We all enjoy different things, and that is fine.
Alright, let's see if this works.
Nah, don't work. No idea what you're talking about.
But yeah, I completely understand where Munchie's coming from. If he wants to play this particular character, you can't play that particular character because you can't make them the exact same.
No, which is fine. But to be fair, I have more fun making it up myself.
So they all have their pros and cons.
I don't necessarily when I pick up like a cool model that has like a particular backstory or is representing a particular character, because I don't really follow the lore that much. All I see is that this is a cool looking model, and I'll make up my own sort of story as to who they are and what they're supposed to represent. I'm more than happy to do that.
Yeah. But yeah, I will say, like in the Warhammer lore, I love the Warhammer lore, but I am more potentially open to making something fit where I want it to fit. But obviously certain characters cross over to proxy models a lot easier than others. Like Thorgrim Grudgebearer, the one who's held aloft on his throne of power in fantasy. You can't really make him work that well in one-page rules because there isn't a throne of power. But you can say he's mounted upon some shield bearers and then give him some extra abilities to kind of like add that.
Skitsmix, thank you very much for the raid. How you doing, my friend? How was your stream? What were you up to? Skits for bored with us now. We are your problem. Oh no.
Have fun.
It's a problem that I'm happy to have.
Have fun.
How you doing, Skits? How's your stream? Stream was good. Batch painting some Death Guard tonight. Ooh, very nice.
Tasty.
If you have anything you'd like to share with us, then please do feel free to pop it up on this. Pop it up in the chat. We are link friendly. Also, you can pop it in our Discord, !Discord in chat if you're not already in there. And yeah, we'll show off anything you would like to show us. But yeah, welcome in, welcome in. I am streaming, doing a co-stream today with my good friend, Mr. Plus Save. Say hello, Mark.
Hello, Mark. I had to do that. I had to do that. I do not apologise.
Sorry, I have to do this then. Where was it?
Yeah, I know. I saw that come in. Yep. I saw that coming. Saw that coming from a mile away.
You forced my hand there, sir.
And what a glorious hand it was.
Unless no whips, yeah, but I can drop my Insta before I roll off to do meat mech maintenance. Okay. Right, let's have a little look at Skitsmix's Instagram.
Ooh. Oh, God.
Ooh. Turns out I'm already following. Oh, this is some good work here, my friend. This is my kind of vibrant. Oh, loving this.
I've seen some of their stuff before, and it is very. You can tell what it is, but it's subtly different change.
Oh, look at the NMM on this.
Yeah.
That is some beautiful work.
Very, very
Something
pretty.
that I don't have the patience for, but oh.
You say about don't have patience. I've got a Dark Angel 4-year-old Praetor that I started over a year ago. I've still got the silver non-metallic metal to do on it. It takes a dedication to do it.
I love the non-standard colour scheme as well.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I was saying. Like, you can tell it's Death Guard, but it's different.
And here's Giles, the talisman. Or the tallyman. Hey, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana.
Sorry, I was going to say something else for a sec there, but I'll get us banned off Twitch.
Absolutely amazing, my friend. Well, let's... I don't think anybody's giving you a shout-out yet, so let's give you a little shout-out.
What I'm thinking of doing, Manor, with that 4-year-old Dark Angel, is once I've caught up with the fantasy dwarves and the big painting project I got for Max Mini coming my way, I will then do that Dark Angel Praetor. It's not going to be a 2-minute paint scheme because it's all the silver trim. And if anyone knows Heresy Dark Angels, there's a lot of silver trim. So I really don't like myself.
Yeah, thank you very much for sharing that with us, Skitsmix. Anybody that's not already following Skitsmix, hit that link to us right in the chat there. Give them all the love. Give them all follows in the world. They are a very talented individual, which is obvious to see. So yeah, go give them a watch.
Give them love, people. Give them all the love.
Give them love. I love doing all the little name banners on the rims of those Death Guard. That's cool. Yeah, it's really nice to get like, a real individualized feel to your models.
Mm.
I do like doing that. It's why I don't like doubling up on poses for models. It's even amongst like rank and file stuff. I very rarely will I ever like double up on the same model in the same pose. I just don't like doing it. Which is why Death Guard are so good, because there are so many unique sculpts like across the Plague Marines that they've done over time.
Yeah, I think my biggest problem with me as a person, I love the lore and the creativity behind models from so many different game systems. So many different ones out there. Not just Games Workshop, but many other ones.
Mm.
But I'm only one man. I've only got so much time in the day. I can't do it all.
There's only one of me, damn it.
Pretty much. Like, I love, anyone who knows me knows I love my DC. I love my comics, and I do enjoy Marvel as well.
You.
I know you. You're like, oh god, I wish I didn't. But
no, never. Never will I ever say that.
But I've got a load
You
of.
cannot put those words in my mouth.
I'll force them in your nose. Or something. I don't know. Okay, this is what happens when us two are chatting. This is yeah, this is stuff, by the way, people.
I'm now just snorting lines of falsehoods about Mr. 6+.
Yes. But yeah, I've got Midnight Suns and Defenders for MCP. I've got a stupid abundance of DC and Batman models. I got models from Max Mini. I got models from Bushido. I said it normally. I didn't scream it out like I normally do. But
okay, after midnight here, time for me to spotty no coffee, go to bed.
No worries.
Head on out. Yeah, no worries, Skits. Thank you for giving us the raid and that, and you have a good night, my friend.
Have a good kip. Have a good kip.
Wow, Skits. No, this isn't a skit. This is just us being us. This is what we're like.
Who said that?
Spotty is shark.
Yeah, seriously. This ain't put on. This is actually quite tame. This is quite tame.
This is all au naturel.
This is quite tame. Some
yeah.
of the, yeah. Munchie will know I can kind of go a bit off the wall. He's like, I'm not getting involved with this.
Can I use it?
Yeah. Munchie's like, I'm not getting involved with this. Bye.
Yeah, you leave me out of this. Take my Munchie's name out your goddamn mouth. I don't know where I was going with that.
I don't know either, darling. I've got to let that dry a bit more. I wouldn't be a help for the surgery, darling. I would not be a help for the surgery. So, if anyone's curious, the kind of stuff that I'm painting here, 2 seconds.
I was referring to what Skits Mix and what they said. Oh, sorry, I absolutely missed that.
So
have a good one, all. Please kick Spotty out ASAP. No.
So this is the faction that I'm painting for this damsel for.
Well, they're supposed to be like little kobolds or something.
Yeah. So if you look up relics,
they look like the goblins from Labyrinth.
Yes, 100%. I'll see if I can show people a minute. TT combat.
Let me increase your screen size so people can see what the. Oh, you literally just changed your.
So they've got 2 of the factions have came back into restock at the
I'm
moment.
literally streaming your stream right now.
So you got the Britannia. I cannot pronounce for toffee. Toffee. And then you've got the Orknar. Yeah, I think it's Orknar. Yeah. So these are 2 that they've got back at the moment. They're really, really cool. So this is where some of this, like this, I think you would like.
They're quite funky.
Look at that.
I like them.
Look at that.
I use them for, but I like them.
But they're really cool as like a painting project.
Like voodoo dolls.
Yeah, 100%. That's where the stitch punk comes from. And then here's so they're puppets. But
I know someone that would absolutely adore those. That is my daughter.
Yeah. So you got loads of different puppets. But then you have these Orknar. And here's like one of their bosses, I believe. They're just so cool. So yeah, the Ridan are some of the ones that I'm working on as we speak. But it's a very different art style to what I normally paint.
Yeah, but go back to those they are just totally the goblins from Labyrinth.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Yeah, it's so cool, and I know very little about it. I'm not gonna try and bullshit people, but it's very much skirmish based. It's if you like those smaller army games, like lot smaller army games, you can still play this as like an army. This is the kind of game for you. Like, if you really want to paint like maybe a couple models a week, if that, and you really want to go to town on it, this is kind of game system for you, because you buy, say for example, the hunting pack here. That's a unit. Done. Like, you don't need to buy multiple units, like, dare I say it, like 40k or AOS or stuff like that. You just
no.
You have a lot more fun, and I'm just liking the look of these. I have no idea about the rules. Like, I have no idea, but you can download the rules for free. So
nice.
2nd edition rulebook. There you go. And if it ever loads, but yeah, it's out of 63 pages. Go to like a printing firm, like I did for my Batman and stuff like that. I think at most they'll probably charge you like a tenner to ring bind it, and you're done.
Yeah.
It's just looks so cool.
I mean, to be fair, if you work in like an office or anywhere that has
printing options, yeah.
Or like you can just print it at home and then just bind it yourself.
Yes, 100%. But yeah, just for the convenience, there you go. Let's go back to the multicam. But yeah, for the sheer convenience of it, why not? Why not? Go and do it.
That's no convenience.
Yeah, because that's what I've done with. That's one thing I would like to start playing Batman again. But yeah, that's what I've done. I printed out the Batman miniatures game from Night Models, and I got it ring bound, just a simple ring bound with plastic either side. And I got 2 of them done, so I got the rule book done, and then I got the compendium done. I think at most that cost me a tenner, and it's a free download. And I'm like, where can you go get a rule set and print it, have it bound? Yes, it's not hardback, I'm not denying that, but for a tenner. Oh, and I tell word of light, it was a tenner and like £2 parking. And let's throw in the fuel, £3. Okay, I'm gonna go all out. It was £15 in total. Like, you know what I mean?
You wouldn't get professionally bound one for that cheap.
No.
Like a pre-made, like.
Oh yeah.
Sold by a company rulebook.
Yeah, you wouldn't, would you?
No.
But no, it's just really, really cool, and I am trying to get back into the old swing of playing games again. I just need to get out my slumpy slump. There you go. Let's get some sienna.
Oh, Merlin, how you doing? We were talking about you a little while ago, actually.
Talk about the magician, and he will show up.
Yeah. How you doing, my friend? What awful thing? No, very, very much not awful things.
It
We're
was
actually
not
saying
awful.
about how wonderful a voice you have.
He's like, what you after now?
Well, there is actually something I'm after. So I was, what do you need? Oh no, it's not a need. It's more of a
Request.
more of an invitation, as it were. So I've been toying with the idea of bringing back the round table streams, but changing the format ever so slightly and having it more of a bit more structured than it was originally. Originally, it was kind of a drop-in, drop-out, just amongst the community. Now, I've been toying with the idea of having a kind of a core sort of group of the Knights of the Round Table, as it were. The idea is that we're all going to have like a sort of permanent or semi-permanent like seat at the table, as it were. And I was going to sort out like some sort of kind of caricature avatar for everybody that's like based on their actual image, but as a Knight of the Round Table.
Some images are a lot easier to do than
More
others.
Knights of the Round Table rather than occasional vagrants of the Round. Yeah, kind of going down that kind of route. Please, do I miss the Round Table? Yeah. So yeah, I'm toying with the idea of bringing it back. However, I need to pin down a particular day to do it. Now, the time and day that I'm aiming for is a Tuesday, Tuesday evening. And I was wondering, good sir, how is your availability on a sort of semi-regular basis on a Tuesday evening? And would you like to be a participant of the round table? Tuesday evenings are often good. You would. Excellent.
I was waiting for him to suddenly sign out and be like, bye. Nope,
So,
I know.
So I'm toying with bringing it back on a bi-weekly. Is that the right for every other week?
Bi-weekly. Good sir.
Yeah. So every 2 weeks or so, we'd sort of get together and discuss the topics of the day. Click, fuck this shit. Yeah, fortnightly, yes, basically. See, I told you that was the right terminology. But yes. So yeah, it'll be like a core grouping of me, yourself, the wonderful 6+ Save here. Would also
He hasn't given me his check yet.
Yeah, we'll also have Loincloth. Obviously Red Scope, because he was the main driving force behind me doing it in the first place.
I'll be right back.
The possibility of like Bertie Best and it's a few other like key members of the
Alright, I is back. You best be on your best behaviour.
So I was just saying, I'm probably going to have to dip in about 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, well, I'm probably going to shoot as well. Because I do have the in-laws over.
Yeah.
And the wash needs to dry.
Mrs. G's currently got a gammon in the oven and it'll be ready soon. So.
Oh, can
Plus, we
I
have to
now?
go and pick up a computer.
Whoa! Oh, hello.
So my brother has recently upgraded his PC.
Fair
And
enough.
he has offered his old PC to my lovely daughter Bethany.
Oh, that's lovely.
So she can now have her own PC and not use mine all the time.
Nice. So what was I gonna say? Oh, so I was saying about these orcs and goblins for fantasy and stuff like that. Now I put them on the new Age of Sigmar, the new Old World bases. So I'll be putting a post up about it. I know diddly squat about how to build an orc and goblin army. I've kind of asked very, very, very politely for a certain person in the community to may give me some help with that.
Okay.
So a certain Mr. Burn of 10 is hopefully helping me with some orcs and goblin stuff in the near future, which is going to be very, very interesting because I know loosey-goosey stuff around it, but I don't really know that much of it. Where it's kind of like, someone knows a lot about orcs and goblins and is very talented with building their orcs and goblins and knows about orcs and goblins. Tenebrum, can you help me, please? Please.
I need you. I don't know what I'm doing. Help.
He's like that. Maybe. He's like, I know nothing. But yes.
Gordon says, what time do you want us around, Mrs. G?
Yeah, I'm being serious. If I leave now, I'll get to you for... Oh no, it'll be too late now. It'll be like 8 o'clock. Darn.
I'll be at work by then.
It's fine. I'll have to cook my own roast in a wee bit then.
We could do a barbecued roast.
Well, I got a roast that I can throw in the oven in a wee bit.
Mrs. G saying, does she have to do a roast for everyone at the after GriffCon?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Mark says yes.
Mano's like, Mark, no, stop teasing me about roasts. So, do we have any plan about what's going on, like the Friday evening, the Saturday evening?
Oh, don't ask me.
Yeah, that's I'm holding my hands up. That's my only concern because obviously travelling up, it's like, what's actually going on?
Oh yeah, don't go asking me anything about GriffCon. I know absolutely nothing. I am completely out of the loop this time. So.
No, that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
The loop carried on without me, so.
No, that's I don't want to take the mick and be like, oh, I want to know. It's like,
Oh, I want to know.
Yeah, well, I just thought while that's drying, I can't really paint it. So what I'll do, Mr. Tenebrum, you know a lot about these lovely people. Avatars of War.
Oh, tell Mrs. 6+ bless you.
Bless you. So,
I'm assuming that was a sneeze that I heard in the background.
It was. So, the idea I've got, I did say it in that YouTube video, is I've got access to these orcs and goblin files here. Now, it's like being a kid in a candy store because they all look so freaking cool. But I have no idea what to do, what to get.
What is supposed to be representing what?
Yeah, like, I can understand that's a black orc, that's an orc, that's a savage orc, things like that. But I'm kind of like,
Well, they're not called Black Orcs anymore. They're like Odd Boys or something.
oh,
Or...
yeah, Ard Boys or Brutes, I think, in AOS. Just get them all figured out later. I only have so much time in a day. I can't print them all out at this moment in time. I want to print them all out down the line, but I'm kind of like, the idea is, what's a nice start? So the idea is going forward, it's going to be like, I'm going to be a Padawan. I'm going to be a little Gretchen trying to learn the ways.
Oh, speaking of which, I actually have to interrogate you about something.
Oh, God. They are sort of easy to match. Oh, I can understand the matching side, but it's like, what do I get? What do I do? What do I get? What are you interrogating about? I didn't do it. Or if I was supposed to do it, I did do it, but no one told me.
So I got home from work the other day, and there was a package here for me. Now,
yes.
Mrs. G seemed to be under the impression that it might have been something that you had said. Turns out that it wasn't.
No.
But the fact that she seemed to be expecting something to turn up for me.
No, there's nothing turning up.
And I'm like,
there's nothing turning up. I can say that.
Been colluding together.
So, I can say for certain, mister, I can say for certain, there is nothing being sent in the post.
Right, yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
I'm just saying there's nothing being sent in the post.
Right, yeah, there's nothing being sent in the post, but... you two are up to something.
We're not up to anything.
The lady doth protest too much right now.
But yes, 100%. It's more, what do people... I may even do it like a little vote or something. What do people... I like it all. I like all this orcs and goblin stuff. But depends what kind of army you want, goblin-centric or orc. I have no idea. I have no idea whatsoever. That's the thing. It's so broad. I'm kind of like, I like the idea of goblin wolf riders, but then I like the idea of orcs smashing face on, boars and the trolls and things like that. So it's kind of like, where do I go? Where do I go? Because this is one. This is one.
This is called paranoia. No, it's not paranoia if there actually is collusion going on.
Look at that.
It's not paranoia, it's observation.
He's paranoid, people. He's just paranoid. He thinks people are sorting out stuff. And it's like, no, I'm not sorting out diddly squat. He's just paranoid.
It's not paranoia if they are out to get you.
No one's out getting you. I've got too much stuff going on in my life to get you. But yes, couple of blocks of infantry are always needed, yeah.
Means it has already got there.
But yeah, so it's an idea, and the thing is, I'll just like to do a few things in tandem with Mr. Tenebrum down the line, like going, cool, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? Because I respect his opinion massively, and yeah, it'd just be really, really cool. But you can go goblin blocks, more wolf riders, some trolls, war machines. Yeah, like 100%. I wouldn't mind going more themed at the beginning and then broadening out, because I think something might be quite cool of just going quite heavy on the goblins at the beginning, maybe as an option. But like, come on, there's some really cool goblins and like goblin bosses, forest. Like, why on earth is there a goblin swinging around a flail?
Did you hear about half tilt?
What about half tilt? What about half tilt? Who said that?
Merlin. What is half tilt? Is it a thing? Antis. In my defence, it was a cool mini. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I did actually receive a parcel, and it turns out it was sent by Antis. I'll actually grab it quick because it's a really cool little model.
You're talking about half tilt of someone who's painted up a load
Still
of
haven't
half
put it
tilt.
together yet, but. So yeah, he sent me this. It's a little gribble.
Pardon?
It's a little gribble. A little gribble standing on a sword, like hanging off it.
Oh, that's so cool.
Isn't that cool? That is
Oh,
cool.
That is awesome.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Oh, he looks so happy with himself.
I know.
He looks so happy.
I know. It's brilliant.
That's awesome.
I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but I'm definitely going to paint this up.
You could use that as a, like. Do you want to
like
keep
an
it for
objective marker or something?
Do you want to
What was
use
that?
it? I was going to say, do you want to use it as for like demons? Because if you want to use it for demons, you could use it as like a harbinger.
Yeah, oh yeah, entirely.
Like 100%. Why not?
Yeah, he is my new herald.
Yeah, 100%. Why not? Why not use it for the heralds?
Absolutely, why not? the herald of the fartening. I just like he's got like a little coat on and everything.
I'll check
So, yeah,
the DM.
he's just a happy little chappy, just living his best life in his little fart cloud.
And also, Gus, you can't worry about me sending you something through the post because I don't have your address anyway, so it's all good.
You not?
No, I don't. I don't think so.
I swear you've sent me stuff before.
Oh, I think I lost it in my paperwork. It's fine, I can find it.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, you're coming to my house in like, what, 2-3 weeks?
Oh, yeah, I need to get that address again. Yeah, well, I'll just be turning up to some random...
You will need that.
Yeah.
Paint that and enter it into the Golden Demon Open. They wouldn't allow it. It's not because it's not a Games Workshop. Yes. Friday the 12th, yeah. Yeah, I got the whole day off. Yeah, well, I mainly booked it off because I didn't fancy the idea of finishing work at 12:30 and then having to get up so that we could get out for like 7-8 o'clock in the morning. I didn't quite fancy that, so I thought, yeah, I better book the day off. That way we can have a leisurely wake up in the morning, grab some breakfast, and then head out.
Well,
we'll drive into Epping, grab the central line, and that will take us to the Excel Centre.
Well, what I've planned on doing, I've booked off the Monday as well, so I can recover from the driving and all this and all that.
Are you staying over till the Sunday, or are you heading back Saturday evening?
Whichever's easiest for you, good sir.
Oh, for me, it's absolutely fine. I mean, I am back at work on the Sunday evening, but the Sunday morning and that all the way up, like today. I don't work till 5:30, so yeah, it's entirely whatever you fancy doing. The inflatable mattress is yours for as many days as you wish.
So, how soon do you want to kick me out then?
Hell, I'd be happy just keeping you in that, like some kind of house cat. We'll install a mark flap.
For crying out loud. Works like, where are you? I'm up in Essex. I'm painting your minis for you.
Gus, slavery is not legal. No, this isn't slavery. This is kidnapping. We wouldn't make him do anything. We just want to keep him.
What, you're trying to do Stockholm Syndrome or something?
Oh yeah, you'd have the best life ever. We're keeping you as a pet. We'll get all your vaccinations done and everything, and that we'll get you checked for lice. And
What, you're going to say you're going to neuter me as well or something?
well, I wasn't going to bring that up, but
Crying out loud.
we took Mark to the vets, and now he doesn't play with the other puppies.
Oh my god.
On that note,
Yeah,
we're gonna have to call it end.
Yeah.
So
I think we'll
can't
do
believe
a
how
dual.
much progress I actually made today.
I think we'll do a dual raid out. How's that?
Yeah. Who should we go for?
You lead the way, good sir. I'm scared you're going to lead me to the vet now.
There's this bloke 6+ save. We could raid him.
For crying out loud. Yeah, I got.
The only people that I follow that we could raid into is Crystal McDowell or Mini Madcat. Is there anybody that you've got that we could possibly do?
Let's have a goose of a gander. Let's have a goose. What, Crystal MacDowell? Yeah, if you want. Yeah, we've got Crystal MacDowell. Because it's saying Gus the Hut or Crystal. Well, I'll raid into Crystal. Raid into Gus.
Yeah, well, seeing as with she's the only one that we've both got as a raid, like as a suggested follower, then. Right, so thank you everybody for joining in with the stream today. If you're not already following the channel, please do hit that follow button. Keep yourself up to date with all goings on with the channel by joining our Discord, !Discord in chat. So you can hear about all goings on with the channel, such as streams, announcements, and giveaways. Everything does in Stop for Tea. This is one for the road. Thank you, Tenny.
And we certainly will do, good sir. As I said,
Yep.
you be guiding the wheels for my orc escapades. Genuinely, me and Gus have been having a bit of a chinwag about this. We are up for doing this more often. Obviously, we both do have full-time jobs, so sometimes it's not the easiest.
No.
But yes, it has been an absolute delight. If you're not already following, please click that follow button. Please go and send Gus some love. He needs the love. Because I'm not jealous of him having a gammon right now. The jammy gammon. But anyway, I'm waffling. Thank you so very, very much. And yeah, we're going to raid on. Have a lovely rest of your evening, you lovely, lovely lot. Look after yourselves and look after your loved ones.
Cheers,
Bye-byes.